Today I decided that I'm going to declutter the whole house. Somehow have this giant trash bag. I can already tell I'm not gonna get through the whole house. I love it.
Hello everyone. Today I am attempting to declutter my whole house. I declutter pretty frequently, which is why I thought this was maybe an attainable goal, but you'll see it was not. I haven't fully decluttered the house in quite a few months, and lately I've definitely let some areas pile up, so it's been needing to be done, and I thought I would bring you guys along. Today is one of those mornings where my husband took the 3 oldest boys to work with him, so we are going to do breakfast, and then I'll do homeschool with my daughter, and then we will get to it.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland.
We've finished up all of her homeschool except for reading, and for that I wanted to get a warm drink. So I'm making a chai tea latte. First, I'm warming up the chai tea concentrate, because if you add the hot milk to like the cold concentrate, then your drink is going to be lukewarm. I feel like lukewarm is such a Christian term. If you're interested in the recipe that I'm using for chai tea, I'll link it down below. And then I also have other videos showing how I make it. I'll link those in the upper right hand corner.
What? Give me shadows. Oh! Hello. Today I decided that I'm going to declutter the whole house. I don't know how realistic the whole house is in one day. Hopefully just a couple days. But that is my goal for today, is to get decluttering at least just the whole downstairs. I definitely consider myself a minimalist, but with the state of my house right now, I don't know if I can still have that title. Hopefully by the end of this video, I will regain my title as minimalist. Oh no. Oh no. Of course there's like a spectrum when it comes to minimalism. Like, you know, there's the people that's like only 1 cup per person ever, or like, oh, sorry if that was rude. But you know, there's people that are more hardcore about it. I'd say I'm on like the other end of the spectrum, and that I just don't like to own things that I don't use. So if I have something in my house and I haven't used it in like at least a year, then I'm like, okay, you just have to get rid of it. I also encourage my children to declutter their things. I'll talk more when I'm like in their rooms about how I have my children declutter, but let's get to it. I'm gonna start in the kitchen, try to finish the whole downstairs, and then we'll see if we even make it upstairs today. I just realized this guy goes down for a nap, so that'll make it a little easier for me. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go put him down and then we'll start.
So again, I am someone who declutters pretty frequently, so my house, I don't think it's too bad. I'm curious to know your guys' opinions, because you really only have yourself to compare to. So in my mind, I don't feel like it's too bad, but to some people, they may be like, wow, your house is crazy.
This is my favorite mug. It says, wow, what a girl. I love to feed the patriarchy. Don't fight the patriarchy, feed the patriarchy. I love it.
First, with decluttering these cabinets, we recently decided to get rid of all plastic. We didn't really have plastic for most of our marriage, and then we felt like with hosting that our guests would prefer not to drink out of glass. So we got some plastic cups and then eventually started getting bowls and allowed it in. But recently, just trying to take care of our health, we decided to get rid of majority of our plasticware. So in this cabinet, I've decided to put all of our plates on top, our glasses and mugs on the middle, and then our bowls, and then all of our tea and coffee on the other side. This cabinet above the sink is kind of a weird spot. I had lots of random loose leaf tea, a can of paint. That's where I keep my knives so they're out of the kids' reach. So just random stuff.
So, okay, there's a few things to talk about with this one. One is my Chemex. A Chemex is so fun if you're like hosting, or if I want to like sit down on a Saturday and have coffee with my husband. But realistically, I've been saying that for like 3 years and I haven't used it once. So I think it's time to get rid of the Chemex. And along with that, the only reason I need this kettle is for a Chemex. But with my espresso machine, I get hot water out of that now. I think I should get rid of the kettle too. Which is nice because that clears up a lot of room in our cabinets. This is another tough one because I never use these, but it's because I only use them when I'm pregnant, and I'll probably get pregnant again, so I don't want to get rid of it if I get pregnant again. So I'll probably keep these. I have hibiscus, raspberry leaf, and nettle leaf for when I'm pregnant. So I'll probably keep those. I can already tell I'm not going to get through the whole house. But I like to have big bowls. I keep this in my cabinet to touch up the paint on the cabinets, so I'm just going to keep this here. I'm going to have like a donate pile and then a trash pile. So this I'll donate. I'll donate this. Donate this. Trash, trash, trash. These are the vitamins that I use for the kids. We're a little behind on them, so I had to pause it for a little bit. But I'm going to try to empty these into their jars. The brand that we use for vitamins is Haya. I really like them because there's no added sugar in them. It's just monk fruit. And the kids really like them because they're chewables and they taste good to them. And the rest of the ingredients are clean. It's also cute because each child gets their own little bottle. They all have a sticker on the top with like the first initial of their name. And then they got to pick all the stickers to go around the side. And if your kids are ever like picky about vitamins, my children, there's been so many times where I've caught them getting into the vitamins when they're not supposed to. We've had to discipline them a lot for it. But I think picky eaters would love these.
This drawer is where I just keep straws and extra things for my espresso maker. So that's a quick one.
These are another thing I love. I got these off Amazon. You just have these little bands that go around each cup, and then it goes on the fridge. It's a magnet. So we actually lost one, which is why we haven't used them in a while. I don't know if this is like a normal thing for most people, but my children take cups outside and then like lose them all over our yard or just in the house. So this keeps it to like, no, your cup stays on the fridge. If you want water, just use the cup on the fridge.
So now's the day where I finally explain what's going on with my cabinets. My friend, I don't even know if I can call her a friend after this, gave me the bright idea to remodel my cabinets. I'm teasing, of course. She's a great friend. But she really made me believe that I could do it. And I started the project, and it turns out it's really hard. Takes a lot of time, makes the kitchen very dirty. I have to strip the cabinets, sand them, condition them, stain them, and then do like at least 4 coats of polyurethane. So originally I wanted to do all the cabinets. After knowing how much work it is, I decided I just want to do the bottom cabinets. So I've gotten about halfway through on the bottom, and hopefully I'll finish that soon. We'll see. While I feel like everything I have are things that I actually use, I will say it's not the most organized. It's just kind of thrown in drawers. I mean, the drawers are like categorized, but it's not like laid out pretty or very Pinterest worthy. One note on minimalism, I used to only have like 1 serving spoon because I was like, we only need 1. But then we started hosting like our church's small group more and different family events, and people would need a spoon, and I would never have an extra one because I was already using my 1 spoon. That's just like an example of where like I feel like there's times where you do need extra things, but you just have to make that decision for yourself. It may be hard to tell in the video. I feel like these cabinets is where the best before and after is. They were definitely just crammed with a lot of things. I mean, most things that we still use and still kept. But the main thing is I have a lot of spices and I keep them organized in these cute little jars. I can link those below if you guys are interested in them. And then I use a label maker to label them. So maybe that's like the only Pinterest-worthy thing I have in my cabinets. But they've gotten out of hand and I have all these extra spice jars sitting around them, and then all the actual jars are empty. So I restocked all of those, got rid of the extra spice jars, and it's a lot nicer and more organized now. There's some spices that I use so much that it doesn't make sense to put them in the small jars. Things like salt, and then we do fresh ground pepper and garlic powder, but the jars are cute.
Okay, we just cleaned out all the cabinets in the kitchen and somehow have this giant trash bag. So I'm gonna take this out and then we'll get started on the next room.
Mama. Mama, I don't read it.
This was a book that I got from my dad for Father's Day, and I forgot to ever send it to him. Love you, Dad. It's one of those cute keepsake journals where you write all of your memories and it gives you tons of prompts to answer questions about your life. I thought it was a sweet gift. But that was all for this room, and I just need to send that to him. So now we're in our dining room / homeschool room. In this cabinet in the upper part, I keep a lot of our like arts and crafts supplies. There really wasn't much to throw away there except some random bits of trash. And then the middle part is like all of our school books, so that part was fine. Down below is where I keep a lot of like toys and puzzles for the kids to play with. Let me know if you do this too, but I also have a lot of consumable homeschool books that are just totally completed that I never want to throw away immediately after finishing them, so I just like keep them for a season and then eventually throw them away. But I really could just throw them away right once we finish them. For the rest of the stuff in here, I just threw away a game that was missing a lot of pieces and a toy that was like colored all over and my kids didn't play with. One thing I'm really grateful for, I don't know how common this is, but where we live, we actually have a homeschool store for used homeschool supplies. So now I'm going through my books, and anything I'm not keeping, I'm going to try to consign at the homeschool store. I had some old curriculums that we're not using anymore that were untouched or lightly used that I think they'll take. And then some random books that I found that I think we honestly got from the homeschool store, so they better take them back. Just kidding.
Oops. Church history ABCs.
Almost all of our children's books are from Thrift Books, which is just a website where you can get used books really cheap. And a lot of them are from the Memoria Press Read Aloud list for each grade. So we have the second grade read alouds and the junior kindergarten. I color code them with washi tape. So I have the junior kindergarten with the blue tape and then the second grade with the pink tape. But if you haven't checked out any of my videos on Memoria Press, I will link one in the upper right hand corner. That's the curriculum we're using this year and we really love it. Now I'm getting to our coat closet. This is stuffed with just random things. I do not approve of blaming your husband for messes, and I would not do that. I would not say that this is the closet where my husband puts a lot of random things. I wouldn't blame this closet on him, so I just want to put that out there. We keep cleaning supplies in here, the kids' coats, which for some reason my kids think they need their coats in the middle of summer, so they're always touched. And my husband does happen to use it to store some work stuff. If you see packages in the back of my videos all the time by the front door, because of my husband's job, we receive a ton of packages every day. So now you know.
you go put these books on the bookshelf for me?
Mom, can I get that cool book out there?
This one?
Yeah.
In this cabinet is where we store all of our board games and the kids' puzzles. I didn't go through each individual box, but I threw away some random puzzle pieces and puzzles that I knew were missing pieces. I'm sure most of the puzzles are missing pieces. And then this closet is where our water heater is. We have some random things in there. All things that make sense though, like a beach umbrella, a bag of rice, tons of paper towels, a foam roller. So just your classic things to put next to the water heater. Now I am decluttering this bookshelf, and then that is the end of the downstairs. This is an area where I'm not minimalist at all. I like to own a physical copy of books. I know I could get a Kindle or something like that, but I'm the type to really mark up my book. And I feel like having a completed physical copy is almost like the reward of reading the book.
Climbing he went up the ladder, and down the pipe the water ran. My bill went down, and now I see.
And I also like to hold on to the books that I read because I like to go back to them and reference them. And I just like seeing them on the shelf once I've read them. So, and then in the bottom cabinet, there was more trash and also a projector. We got a projector because we don't have a TV, and I thought it would be a fun way for the kids to watch TV, which it was, but the quality of it was so horrible. The sound quality was so bad that we just never used it. So I'm going to give that away. One really cool thing that my church does is we have basically like a group chat where people will share things that they're not using anymore and give them away for free. So I am sending a picture of all of these things to that group chat and seeing if anyone wants them.
Can you find their... Hey Joshy, I have really bad news for you.
Oh no.
I'm hanging out with Christine and Courtney tonight.
Oh, yours.
Now I'm going to get started on dinner for the kids. I actually prepped sourdough bread last night, and then I fell asleep totally forgetting about it, and I never divided it or put it into baskets or anything. So I decided to save it for dinner tonight and use it as focaccia to make pizza. So this crust was meant to be bread, and that really confused my children.
Guess what I'm making?
What?
Sourdough focaccia. It's a pizza made with your favorite bread. Look at this dough.
Oh, wonder.
That's my favorite. That's yours.
Oh,
It's bread.
wonderful.
What in
Wonderful.
the world?
He can sense that I'm leaving soon.
You sense it wonders.
You
I
know.
sense that there's someone leaving.
Mama, I'm glad I'm not like that. Well, that's not like that.
Yeah, you're right. This is pizza. I'm turning the bread into pizza.
Oh, wonderful.
I just covered it in olive oil. I'm dimpling the dough. Then I'll cover it in pizza sauce and then cover it with mozzarella and then put it in the oven, I think at 425 for about 25 or so minutes. I also added leftover salami we had and ham to one side for the people that want meat on their pizza.
Pizza bread.
This was a really nice, quick dinner for the kids after a long day of decluttering, and they ate it right up. It was a fun switch up from our normal pizza.
Who wants meat on theirs and who wants plain cheese?
Plain cheese.
Meat, cheese, cheese.
Please let me know in the comments if this type of video interests you, if you'd like to see more, or if it's totally boring. You can let me know that too. Please like and subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I'll see you in the next one.